YouTube Nation, what is up? Eagles Nation, what is up? Eagles Truth here with you. Man, I am pissed off, alright? I came into this season, in the offseason, as a Michael Vick. I won't say Michael Vick fan, but I was on his bandwagon. In other words, I wanted him to start. I thought with Kelly and the type of offense we run with, we're practicing the read option every day in practice, I thought, duh, Michael Vick's going to be the quarterback, and he probably should be. He fits the mold of what Kelly wants, and he'll make the offense in this system more effective. But I'm man enough to admit I was wrong. I am man enough to admit I was wrong. I pretty much knew I was wrong. I knew Nick Foles should be the starter over Michael Vick. Pretty much, I thought after the Tampa Bay game, and then Nick Foles had that Dallas showing, and I still don't understand that. I can't give Dallas defense credit for all of it, because there was times where he had a clean pocket and the receiver was open, he still missed them, and I just don't know what happened. Maybe he had a concussion earlier on in that game we didn't know about. And then he had the Raiders 7 touchdown pass, like, whoa, what was that? Let's see how he handles that. Pretty much after the Green Bay game, the next game, that's when I was on board. Like, yeah, he should be the starter the rest of the way, and maybe even the next season. And then the Redskins, same dude, still proficient. Then the good Arizona Cardinals defense, still proficient. Good. So, why is it taking so fucking long for the media to give Nick Foles credit? Not just credit for what he's done, but start thinking about him in terms of, hey, this could be the next elite quarterback. I don't care if they say he's not an elite quarterback yet. They're not going to put him into that. I don't blame them there. I don't blame them there. But there's videos I've seen, who do you trust more, Tony Romo or Nick Foles? And they say Tony Romo. How the fuck can you say Tony Romo? Because he's battle tested. That's how we can trust him more. We don't know enough about Nick Foles. Here's the argument to that. Yeah, we don't know enough about Nick Foles. Tony Romo is battle tested. So you would think you'd take the veteran quarterback, But we know Tony Romo chokes in big games. We know that. I can't do this for you guys because I'm using my iPhone to make this video. But if you got an iPhone 4S or iPhone 5 or iPhone 5S, or if that's even out yet, I don't know. But if you got an iPhone, and I don't know if Google does it, but ask Siri who the best quarterback in the NFL is. Be like, Siri, who is the best quarterback in the NFL? It will tell you Nick Foles. Now, is he the best quarterback in the league? I don't know. But it's just kind of funny. What is Siri essentially doing? It's going by their quarterback. It's bringing up a list by their quarterback rating. How can you not take Nick Foles seriously? He's leading the league in passer rating. Leading it. Even though Peyton Manning is having an abnormally good year. By abnormally, I mean like he's on pace to break shit. One of the best years a quarterback's ever played. And Nick Foles still has a higher passer rating than him. He's thrown 7 touchdown passes in a game. The 7th player to do that in NFL history. The 3rd player to do that without throwing an interception. And the 1st player to do it in 3 quarters. Oh. He's got 19 touchdown passes and 0 interceptions. If he throws 2 more touchdown passes without interception, he broke that record. No one's ever thrown 21 touchdown passes without an interception. In any span. In NFL history. He could break that. He's got to be getting close to the pass attempts without an interception record. I would think he's getting close to that. I'm going to search that up. I'm going to actually see what the record is for that because he's got to be getting close. You would think he's getting close. And another thing, right now, if the season ended today, he would actually have the record for the highest quarterback rating at the end of the season. I think Aaron Rodgers had like 120 or 100, something like that. I think Nick Foles is at like 125 right now. He could actually break that record. Considering that the Eagles were, 1-3 with Michael Vick. Really could say they're 1-4. I don't know. They're like 1-4 without Nick Foles at quarterback. 1-4. They're 6-1 when Nick Foles starts a game. When Nick Foles starts a game, they are 6-1. They're 6-0 with Nick Foles starting and finishing a game. Explain to me, if the Eagles were to make the playoffs, how Nick Foles should not be in the discussion for MVP of the league. What is MVP? What is MVP? Most valuable player. I just told you what the record was without him. What it is with him. The records he's on pace to break. Now, passer rating, it's not a fair formula. I understand that. There's flaws to it. But he's got the highest passer rating in the league. What does that tell you? Is he the best quarterback in this league right now? For this year. For this year, is he the best quarterback? How do you say that? What do you go by? Passer rating? QBR? Do you just look at touchdowns to interceptions ratio? Do you look at total yards? What do you look at to see who the best quarterback? Because, yeah, Peyton Manning's throwing a lot more touchdown passes. He's also played in more games to get that. What do you look at? Because there's quite a bit of arguments out there saying Nick Foles is. And why is he not getting the media hype? Why is he not? Why every time I see a video, experts are always kind of downing what he's doing. Not really downing what he's doing. They give him credit for that, but they don't give him enough of their attention. They don't. I mean, it was on NFL Game Day. Deion Sanders said, when do you start considering him for MVP of the league? And everybody else, Marshall and everybody else, just was pretty much just laughing. Like, are you serious? It's because he doesn't got the name. He doesn't got that name factor. You know, it's quite possible that there's more good quarterbacks in this league with names that are not Brady, Manning, Breeze, and Rodgers. What happens when they retire? Aaron Rodgers turned 30, or is turning 30 tomorrow, I believe, or Friday, I believe. I don't know. Peyton Manning and Tom Brady are definitely getting up there. Breeze isn't no spring chicken. So you mean to tell me when you can never like look for new talent? People saying Cam Newton's in the discussion. Cam Newton, MVP of the league. He's so great. How come he's only got 19 touchdown passes, the same as Nick Foles, but has played many more games? But he's in discussion for MVP? Are you kidding me? I think Nick Foles is better than Cam Newton. At least what I've seen this season. Got the same amount of touchdown passes. The same amount. Now, granted, Cam Newton probably has touchdown runs. But what I'm saying is, he's played way more games. He's played what, like 4 or 5 more games than Foles has? I'm just tired of the bias shit. The media will not take Foles seriously. What does he got to do? What does the guy got to do? I don't understand it. He beat a very good Arizona defense last week. A very good Arizona defense. Now he's got to outscore a very good Lions offense. I'm not saying I can understand maybe if they make Peyton Manning the MVP, especially if he breaks the single season touchdown record, okay, which he's on pace to do. But kind of on pace to do. But I don't know. You know, I mean, at some point you gotta start giving people their due. I can understand not being throwing a big fuss about the 7 touchdown passes because it came out of nowhere and was the game after a really piss poor game. So maybe it was just like kind of like a fluke thing. But ever since then, he's been consistent. And that was a good Arizona defense. He's making smart decisions. 19 touchdown passes and 0 interceptions has only been done once in NFL history. Peyton Manning did it this year. He gets that number to 21 and 0 interceptions. It's a new record. Never been done. When do you start taking someone seriously? And he's a pocket passer, which means his success, he puts in the study, he puts in the film work. That's why I think this success is sustainable. If he was just a mobile quarterback out of college and going and running and everything like that and stuff like that, then I might think, yeah, defenses will start figuring you out and look out next year. That's why I said to Redskins fans all offseason, I'm like, defenses get paid too. They'll figure him out. And they have. RG3 has been figured out. This is a pocket passer who puts in the film work. He doesn't down his defense. If it's a bad game, he blames himself. If it's a good game, if he has a good game, he shares it amongst his teammates. The guy is just what you want in a quarterback. And it took me a little while to see it, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I was not impressed with what he did last year, but he was a rookie. People said he only threw 5 interceptions. I'm like, yeah, but he only started 6 games. He has 1 more interception than games started, and I don't know. That's like almost throwing 1 per game, almost. I didn't take him seriously enough then. But Nick Foles, you got my attention. You got my attention. Don't make me regret it by having another Dallas performance. I'm not saying you're going to win every game. Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, probably the 4 best quarterbacks. Put them in any order you want, but the 4 best quarterbacks in the league today. They don't win every game. But don't have a game as bad as Dallas where you only throw 80 yards passing, because they don't really have them type of games though. I mean, they might have 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 210 yards. That's probably a bad day for them. But 80 yards passing, don't let me down, because then I'll start questioning what's with this guy. Right now, I'll say you had a concussion earlier than what we thought you did, and you just made you weird, But don't have another one of them games. You've been very consistent so far. Other than that one little hiccup, but you were very consistent so far. Keep it going. You don't have to throw lights out 5, 6 touchdown passes every game. Just show consistency. And I would imagine you'd throw an interception before this season's over. I mean, 1 or 2, hell, you might even throw 3. But show consistency. And eventually, the media will start proclaiming you as one of the better quarterbacks in the league. And if that's the case, Eagles are in a good situation. I'm out, guys. Peace.